Hi, today we are going to see the important assertion and reason based PYQs from the chapter Life Processes. Let's read the first question. Assertion says that the rate of breathing in aquatic organisms is much slower than that seen in terrestrial organisms. Reason: the amount of oxygen dissolved in water is very low as compared to the amount of oxygen in air. Check the assertion first. We've seen that fishes open and close their mouths frequently. They take in water through their mouths and force it past the gills. The rate of breathing in aquatic organisms is much faster than terrestrial organisms. Hence, the assertion statement is false. Now, let's check the reason statement. Terrestrial animals can breathe the oxygen in the atmosphere, but animals that live in water need to use the oxygen dissolved in water. As the amount of dissolved oxygen is fairly low compared to the amount of oxygen in the air, the rate of breathing in aquatic organisms is much faster. Hence, the reason is true. Option D is the correct answer. Assertion is false but reason is true. Let's see the second question. Assertion: the inner walls of the small intestine have finger-like projections called villi, which are rich in blood. Reason: these villi have a large surface area to help the small intestine in completing the digestion of food. It is true that the inner lining of the small intestine has numerous finger-like projections called villi. The villi are richly supplied with blood vessels. Hence, the assertion is true. Now see the reason statement. The villi increase the surface area for absorption of food, not digestion. Hence, the reason statement is false. So the correct answer is option C. Next question. Assertion: in human beings, when air is taken into the body through the nostrils and passes through the throat, the air passage does not collapse. Reason: rings of cartilage present in the throat ensure that the air passage does not collapse. Assertion is true that when the air enters through the nostrils and passes through the throat, the air passage does not collapse. The rings of cartilage which are present in the throat ensure that the air passage does not collapse. Hence, the reason is also true, and it is the proper explanation of the assertion statement. So option A is the correct answer. Fourth question. Assertion: nitrogen is an essential element for plant growth and is taken up by plants in the form of inorganic nitrates or nitrites. Reason: the soil is the nearest and richest source of raw materials like nitrogen, phosphorus, and other minerals for the plants. Nitrogen is essential for plants to produce amino acids, proteins, and DNA. Also, it is a component of chlorophyll. Plants take up nitrogen in the form of nitrates or nitrites. Hence, the assertion is true. Raw materials like nitrogen, phosphorus, iron, and magnesium are taken up from the soil. Hence, the reason statement is also correct. But it does not explain the assertion. So, option B is correct. Next question. Assertion: resins and gums are stored in old xylem tissue in plants. Reason: resins and gums facilitate the transport of water molecules. Many of plant tissues consist of dead cells. Some of the waste products are stored as resins and gums, especially in old xylem. Hence, the assertion is true. The main function of xylem tissue is transportation of water, but the resins and gums, which are stored in old xylem, do not play any role in the transportation. So the reason statement is false. The correct answer is option C.